was getting set up, I had to some reboot. It was hella Windows updates. I don't know, but it's good now. Ready to bust it out. Shout out to the sideburns. I mean, the sideburns still live on, technically speaking. They're part of the beard now. The shitty beat I was making last stream, and I found some samples I was sort of grooving on, but I still don't know exactly. I'm super into it. You know, once the numbers be good, we'll kick off the critique. In a few minutes, I'm sure they'll be where they need to be. Should I do, should I try and make a beat again? Y'all got any shit for me to sample? Let me know if you do. Try and flip something. I'm gonna write this tweet. What up, noble people of the Twitch chat? How are y'all doing? Over there on twitch.tv. Sweet. I don't know, because the sample's sort of slow. I was hoping for some more shit. Some more intricate rhythm stuff to go on these sort of slow drums. Let's see what y'all are sending. See, it's funny, some of y'all like this. When it was just the drums, everyone was fucking like really hating on it. Shout out to the people who are into this. Who I do like emotions. Feeling the emotions. I'm happy to report I just won an eBay auction for the record I need to do the John Cena theme. Had to pay 44 Canadian dollars to get it shipped Air International. It'll be here in like 2 weeks or something. I'm gonna get a new turntable soon and bust out some of the breakdowns where I couldn't get a good quality of the sample. So John Cena is coming when I get that record. Let me see what Emotions, you're the one. And I got off Discogs I bought the album that The Shaker is from on Runnin'. So I can finally do that. Hopefully there'll be some other good shit on these records too. I'm stocking up. Trying to go to the source for some of these. Alright, let me get this Emotions album. Levi has changed his name to Brown Bear Music, FYI. Shout out to Joel for finding that out. Oh, here we go. Alright, here's this Emotions track. I like the Emotions, so I just get this whole album. Like Ninth Wonder shit maybe on that. No, that's too easy. I'll go more modern with it. My invisible hands. It's too dark. We'll throw up the screen. Shout out Kingdom Fire guy. Getting the loop, but it's not gonna stay a loop. What up, Dom? Yeah, Nutbust has a diss track apparently. Someone sent me the title of it. I didn't listen to it yet, 'cause I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's like something take over with no Vaseline while getting ethered. Some goofy ass combo of all the diss tracks that ever were. Like back to back takeover with no Vaseline, something. It's like kind of funny. See what I can do with this. Matt Tennell's in the damn military. He won't be making appearances for a while. All right. So we'll be kicking off the critique in a second. All right, let's get some drums going. Alright. Come on. Yes, does he like, well, don't even tell me, but I don't even know if he raps on it or what. That's got some... So let's... What I want is... I wish Machine had a delay that was, time based instead of beat based, so I could just do some crazy shit that's off the grid, but they don't. Yeah, the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Disc pack to pack. That's too good. That's a harsh ass. Let's see. I'm trying to get messy with it. Trying to get messy. All right. 8:20. Critique's going. I got 4 minutes to make something dope. Let's see. Jesus. It's loud. Nope. Too messy right now. Couple more layers. Look at that big ass clap on there. Why not? Except I'm trying to get dusty on it. Honestly, do I know what the fuck I'm doing right now? Nope. That reverb is pretty ridiculous. Oh, fuck, you two aren't. Make sure. Let's lay some shit down. shit. I got a what account, Dom. Tom, I hope I know what you're talking about. Because there's so much delay. Let me lay that down real quick. Okay, we can start the critique now. That didn't turn out that bad. I'll work on that more some other time. But we got shit to critique. Hey, Conster Buzz, I'm just about to get back into actual digging, getting a new turntable. Building up a useful collection because I got hella records, but a lot of them are like Christmas. They're my roommates' grandparents' old shit. And there's some dope stuff, and then there's a lot of like Reader's Digest Christmas stuff. So yeah, enough about that. We're kicking this critique off. First up, we have the Holy Yahweh direct upload from Yahweh himself. Wow. Probably probably more of a download if it's really Yahweh. You know, because from on high he sent us this track. Yeah, shout out Uniqlo. I just ordered some shit. Atticus, that's one that I was looking at. How long you had it? So the sounds are not great. It's kind of got an interesting groove. At least in the chords, I meant. Not necessarily in the drums. I don't think anything's out of key, which is good. I hear some bass happening. All the sounds are pretty basic though. That's definitely not helping. Maybe the 250 is the one I was looking at. This is like I don't even know what. It reminds me of some video game. I can't think of what. So nothing was out of key. That's a plus. It was pretty boring in the way of... That was almost like the soundtrack for like an old point and click game. Like you're hunting down a murderer on the Titanic and it's some game you bought at Walgreens. But it's really the demo that they sold you. That's what that soundtrack's like to me. Attacking the power of juju. Reminiscent thereof. Absolutely. So, yeah, your biggest enemy in that was your sounds, one. Because it made it sound like PlayStation 1 era soundtrack music. And then, secondly, there weren't any big changes. It pretty much stayed the same. And what it stayed the same as wasn't that interesting to start with. It did have sort of a groove to it, but the drums really didn't. You could have made that groove in the synth work, but the drums really dragged it down. It was just really a boring drum pattern. So I would experiment with upping your sound game. That'll probably inspire you a little bit to make some more compelling tracks. Nothing was out of key, which is, for how many melodic things you had going on, that is a big plus. Big plus. Alright, this is Amsterdam right now. I like the sample. Well, I don't know about the vocal sample, but the like keys sample I'm into. You switched up the style. You finally switched it up, Dom. Congratulations. Oh, might have spoke too soon. Back to some happy-go-lucky chords. Those first chops were okay. Granted, this is his instrumental of a remix for I Get Money, so that's why it's there. The drums are almost nice, but I feel like they could use some more swing. And I'm not a huge fan of the snare clap layers. They're like slightly delayed from one another, and then I sort of hear some reverb on there I'm not a fan of. They're sort of far back. They're not hitting out in front like I wish they would. So I think the drums. So the first samples that come in, I was a lot more into than the second set of samples with the piano. That was getting back to. It was too big of a switch up from what was in the main, that other sample, melodically speaking, or harmonically speaking, so chords and shit. And then the drums were also super flat sounding, energy wise and mix wise as well. So I think if you had some swing, even just some swing on there, like just cranking up the swing knob, that might be better off. Alright, that was Dom. He doesn't have a SoundCloud anymore because he had too many copyright strikes. That was a direct upload. Next up, I Dare 77. Let's hear it. I'm ready to turn up. Let's see. Do it. I was hoping it would drop out and get super groovy. Really lean into the double time feel. Keeping the sense how they are. I don't know. I think the drums are dragging it. The drums are sort of the weak link at the moment. They're mixed. They're not. That's not great. Mixed. Snare's a little buried. But the programming could be a lot more interesting. I thought it was going to come in with some like Timbaland style programming maybe, and it didn't, so that let me down. So that's a shame. The intro, it worked out as an intro. And I had some good energy to start. My expectations sent it in a different way. So that was a letdown. Matt on Twitch says, definitely got energy, but something is lacking. Melodic stuff is strong, says Elliot. I could agree with that. The chords were interesting enough, but yeah, I wouldn't say you really built too hard on it like you could have. So I'm going to say I was let down. That was a letdown for real. But mostly because I think the drum programming could have been a lot more intricate, and it was not. All right, next up we got ERF with I don't know what his URL is, but this is who's playing now. He's got a YouTube Party Next Door the Weekend type beat. Let's see. Shout out Omini Who if you watching. I seen your text. Kick is way louder than everything else. Uh-oh. This is straight off SoundClick. What's that real low? There's some... weird shuffle on that hi-hat. Interesting. Oh shit, my bad. Here's the RF. The kick's super loud, the snare isn't there. Weird shuffle on the hi-hats. I'm sorta into it, but it's a little like EDM-y. It's been the same thing for a minute now. Gotta change it up. And this like arpeggiator thing's played out as fuck. Matt says Tal Cruz type beat. Yeah. I was trying to think of someone poppy it was reminding me of. That's definitely it. Oh. Where's the switch up, please? What's that low ass note doing? There's some super low bass in there that I doubt anyone without a sub can hear. And it didn't even sound like a note. It was just like, I don't even know what it was. It was just some low shit. I don't know. It's too low. Bottom line. Turn that shit up a few octaves. And then try and make a melody out of it. The EDM type hi-hat shuffle could have worked, but nothing else changed. And it was just the same like chord thing a million times with the real played out 8-bit arpeggiator synth. So another slight letdown, I might say. Well, I didn't really have high hopes from the start, but it definitely didn't go anywhere. So try and have it go somewhere, and then fix your mix. Your kick was super loud. Your snare was not up with the kick. You want to match those two in the general area, and having a huge discrepancy between the two is not good for your mix. All right. Next up, we got JJ Infamous. Let's see. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar type beat. I always like when people do a type beat and they put featuring and shit. Like the features on this. It's a J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar featuring Isaiah Rashad and Pro Era type beat. That's one, very specific. Two, does not exist. But we'll see. Credibility. When have I ever claimed to be sharing anything other than my opinions? It's half my personal tastes, which you're right, mean nothing. The other half is my technical advice based on, I don't know, everything else on my YouTube channel. This isn't like boot camp on how to get major label placements. It's me bullshitting for 2.5 hours every Wednesday. And everyone hanging out and having fun. Drums are sort of weak, but I think it could work. Do you have 2 copies? You have one pitched up and one pitched down, panned out. Oh shit, was that lightning? Oh, about to get a storm. If my power goes out, don't believe that it was a storm that did it. I was taken out by the powers that be. What is this sample? Alright, so that was pretty boring. It was a decent enough sample, and the drums were okay. I mean, obviously I recognize that all drums need to like slap as hard as possible. Obviously, that would be a dumb thing to say, and I wasn't expecting these to do that. But whatever you did with the stereo, I don't know if I was into it or not. It was sort of, maybe do that and then have a dry one in the middle and you can sort of mix and match. It didn't really go much. I mean, you had like the basic strong structure down, which is nice. Some people don't understand that. You like started with the intro and then you came in, then you brought the bass in, then you took the bass out, then you had a hook section. So that was good, but it didn't like stand out to me. It wasn't terrible. It was just nothing special. Although this sample I don't really understand at all. But really, I would say try and tone down whatever you did to the drums with the weird stereo effect. And it could work a little bit, but I wouldn't have it be 100%. So. Okay. That was JJ Infamous. Next. Oh Lord. DJ Nutbus diss track is coming up. I'm not ready. I know some of y'all listened to it already. Alright. Let's see what you got. Uh-oh. We got our first impeach the president of the night. Uh-oh. We got tempo separation. Oh, the tempo separation is hurting my... Let's see if you fix it on this time. Solid sample, but gotta get your shit in time. You gotta get it in time. I mean, they're peeling apart. They're split as fuck. Split as fuck. That's a deal breaker, unquestionably. And what's sad is that was almost a usage of impeach the president I was okay with, because it was nice and slow. Um, oh yeah, I didn't think you were hating. I was just, some other people were asking last week. I meant to just put it out there. But I'm on SoundCloud at Sanders, if you are interested. But man, if you could fix those. Oh, that hurts my brain. The slow down impeach the president, I was actually into. But you gotta get those lined up. You gotta add some more chops in there. I don't know what you're working with. If you just trigger that one sample, you gotta find another chop, get it lined back up. Because it actually had a decent sound on the whole, but that was a big problem. So fix that. Get back to me. It's like when you're listening to someone's like remix or like mashup, and they don't line up the acapella properly. And it's one thing if it happens in like the third verse when you thought you had the first two good, and then by the time it gets to the third, it's off by a little bit, and it just keeps adding up, so it gets more and more off. But I've heard some where it's like by the fourth line, it's like way off, and that's no good. This is Keyboard Tap with his direct upload. Let's hear it. That wasn't impeach the president. Slow down. Prove it. This ride is terrible. These drums are terrible. It's like when you go to the flea market and they got an old drum set, electronic drum set for sale, and it's like super shitty, and it's like made of milk jugs. Play it and it's like, what? And then like, yeah, you know, it's a good condition drum set, about $600, and it's like the oldest, shittiest thing, or like at the pawn shop. We gotta switch up. Man. This snare is hilarious. My big beef is the drum sounds at the moment. That's my big beef. It's a pretty dope like piano sample, even if it's a little goofy. Alright. So those sounds were a big problem. And especially because all you had going on was the sample and the drums. When the drums is weak, and that's all that's there, the whole shit is weak. Really, I don't know where those drums came from, but you should probably delete them. Get some new drums from anywhere. Google any producer you've ever heard of. This is not like a joke. Google any producer you like and have heard of. Like Just Blaze drum kit, DJ Premier drum kit, 808 Mafia drum kit. Download those sounds. Drag and drop them into there. Replace what you have now. What would be really funny is like if you sequence all those out and you had like MIDI out triggering this flea market drum set, and this was like a live bounce of these shitty ass drums. That would be impressive. That'd be impressive. But swap those drum sounds out, and you'll be in a much better way. Okay, next up we got, Dan. Dan, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings last time. You said your confidence was shot. Sorry it had to be that way, but I just had to let you know. Okay, so White Kid from the Burbs, SoundCloud. All right. First attempt at sampling. Let's see. I got beef with Fage, the yogurt company. What's the samples? Did you sample the first Bowser level from Mario 64? Or is this like the end credits of Gex, Enter the Gecko? So are the drums the sample? Or is this the sample? I thought this might go somewhere. But the synth is like super elementary, obviously. Although really, these chords are sort of, unless you sample these, I'm surprised by the chords in that high part. But the bomb, it was over. The bomb wasn't necessary. Yeah, those synth sounds were like, they sounded like old, like impressively old. Like that was some vintage emulated shit. But it says you're using Ableton. So it sounds like you sampled the drums properly, which is good. You had them in tempo. You had some good chops on the drums to mix things up. It was a bit of a slow tempo, so it wasn't the most interesting drum pattern, but you did technically sample the drums properly. So, good with that. And then the main synth, like if you play something and it makes you think of Bowser, Mario 64, don't play that something. If you play something and it makes me think of Gex 3, Enter the Gecko, don't play that something. You're just starting out, so just keep fucking around and keep making stuff. And ignore my jokes at your expense. Oh boy. The drums and the melody. Oh, okay. Well, everything still stands. Okay. Oh, and Elliot has a good point. They're not slow BPM wise necessarily. They just feel slow because they lack energy. So, generally I try and point that out, how something can be faster than another beat but still feel slower. And it all comes down to the programming of stuff. So, Desperado, that's a good point. That's one of the few, and that's a couple years old, so it wasn't super played out then, that wax track, so we'll see. Alright. Next up, it's here, the DJ Nutbust diss track. I hope he rapped. Or, because I mean, how could you have an instrumental diss track? Let's find out. First listen, let's hear it. This is titled DJ Nutbust. Hit him up back to back with no Vaseline while ethered. Sanders diss. Look at the art. Is me. That fucking picture.
No one fucks with DJ.
Oh. Microsoft Sam. Oh boy.
Fuck Sanders.
I know you ain't talking. You. What?
Fuck Sanders.
You love my shit. You been on my dick.
Fuck Sanders.
Fuck a beat breakdown.
Fuck Sanders.
No one fucks with DJ Nutbust.
Fuck a beat breakdown. Read by Microsoft Alice. That's good. Oh my god. Lay it on me. Lay it on me. Sanders, you asked for it. Are there any more Microsoft Sams? Oh boy. I mean, I guess it hurts, right? Try and bring real shit, but you ain't got that real shit. You ain't got that real shit. You ain't looking real shit. You ain't got that real shit. No. Nut bust, no real shit. Nut bust, suck a real dick. Nut bust, get real quick. Bust back ass looking real thick. Yeah, she in the coop with a motherfucker. Now we in the Alright, I played far too much of that. I hope there's something at the outro for me.
Fuck Sanders.
I know you ain't talking. You. What?
Fuck Sanders.
You love my shit. You been on my dick.
Fuck Sanders.
Fuck a beat breakdown.
Fuck Sanders.
No one fucks with DJ Nutbust.
Damn, the intro. Alright. Fuck. Intro is like A+. I mean, and you know, if you hadn't set it up as the diss track, and if you hadn't had some weak shit last week, yeah, I was gonna say that's like a back-to-back remake. Maybe we could have had another magical moment, another magical freestyle, but maybe one day, maybe next week we'll reach a truce. And we'll recreate. We'll be able to capture the moment again. But that intro was legendary. So magnificent intro. Oh shit, we got still DRE Bollywood version. This is Spiral Grip. And he begs me, parenthetically, to please talk shit. Alright. What's this piano? Scared low key. What's happening? What's happening in this beat? Goddamn mouth noises. I wish lightning had struck and my power had gone out right at the end of that. What's happening? What's happening in these chords? Scared. Oh. Atticus on Twitch says, aliens from science featured on this track. You got some really strange melodic shit going on. This one's a little fast. I don't even know. What do you mean I'm never... It's done. I don't know, like... My response was shitty freestyle bars. That was my response. What's funny is I don't even know what to say about this beat. I just know this beginning part. I don't know. That just confused me. Everything was just... None of it made sense. None of it made sense to me. When it started, you got this still DRE chords, and then it took a real weird turn, and then I thought, oh, it's going like Nujabe style, and then you got these weird fucking melodies. I don't know. What even? Yeah, I mean, what? I don't even know. I just don't know. What I can say with certainty is the sort of synths that were on Doggy Style. Asks Wookie Ninja, like which song on Doggy Style? Because you can get if in whatever synth you're using, if you do a sine, you do a saw, and you do a square, and you just play with the balance of each of them, have them all in the same octave, have it monophonic, have glide on a little bit, and play with the mix of those, you can get a lot of these sounds from that shit. So, oh fuck, Gert, I forgot. I saw your message today. I was gonna message you back, but you can't message on mobile, and I forgot. I forgot about that collab that you sent me. My bad. All right, next up we got Trogdor. That's a throwback. IDK, another hip hop beat. All right, let's see what you got. Oh, that's not the right thing. This fucking picture. This art. You always got the weirdest art. Danny Provolone. Oh shit. This is like the end of a movie in the 80s about like some cops who were trying to take over the city. There was one man who could stop them. And that man was Larry Bird. And he slaughtered the whole town and saved the lives of, well, everyone else in the world. So, I mean, you always have the weirdest art. Why do the drums sound so low quality? Like, the whole thing sounds like it's being played out of a greeting card. It's one thing if your sample's that way, but something's got a knock in it. Is that really a face skin from The Sims? Yeah, so the drums have the super goofy swing on them right now. And with the right drums on this sample, it could work. But those drums are really like, I don't even, it's like, I just don't know. There's too much. You got the ding, 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 ding. Like, you got Fresh Prince cymbals going on. Then you got, as played by Phil Collins, I don't know. I do like Danny Provolone, the uploader of this, commented on it. Someone said basic, LOL. He said, I'd rather make something that's basic and okay at best than something that's complicated and sucks fat wieners. Well, all right. But I just don't know why the drums were so low quality. And I wouldn't have such heavy swing and such goofy patterns on there. Because it could have worked otherwise, but it was just goofy. Next up we got Direwolf music. Levi, we bombed that. Planet Swamp. I like that. Let's hear it. Damn, Constro, that was dark. We get a screenshot from the 3D arcade version of Hydro Thunder as the album art. Goofy synth with the LFO on the filter. Very goofy sounding. What up, Dash? This is very slow. There's nothing to back it up for how slow it is. Okay, you're trying now. Spice it up with the programming. Oh, listen, it's coming back in now. There it is. That was super slow. Not a lot happening. It was just very uninteresting. There were some glimpses of the drums trying to sort of save it and save the energy, but those were gone as quickly as they had come. I see in the description you put 93 BPM. You were at halftime of that, so your shit was at like 47. That's insanely slow. That's like slower than All Gold Everything, which was like the slowest song I ever heard on the radio in my whole life. So don't make shit so slow. Try and find some synth presets less traveled. And yeah. Speed it up. Get some more interesting everything, really. All right, next up we got Eric Productions. I always like that one. It's just someone's name in them Productions. Productions. Rose City Fiends. Alright. Eric Productions. Here we go. Whoa. Huge kick. That kick is so enormous. Way too big for this. Compared to everything else. That snare is super. Lose the reverb entirely on all the drums. There are some cool cuts. There's some cool samples happening for sure. But, that like weird thing is cool. That one big clap might work, but the main snare is so damn small. Try and fix the timing on the snare. It's like there's could be some cool things happening here, but instead there aren't. So oh shit. And the drums are super distracting because you have this tiny snare, you have this enormous kick, you have this clap, you have presumably this whole set of samples that are all from this enormous pack, and so you bring this huge clap in every once in a while, and the snare's offbeat every once in a while, and you have the woo thing that's all distorted. There are some things that work there. The drums are super messy and too sparse at the moment, and then the mixing. They're a little buried, one. In spite of how huge that kick is, you managed to slightly bury it. I think the reverb is one of the issues there. I would kill all the reverb. And then try and get a set of cohesive drums that's middle ground between sky high huge and little tiny pip squeak. So that's what I say about that. And then try and work on the programming to be more of a foundation. And this picture is funny to have as album art. It's your avatar, so it was by default your album art, but it was funny to look at. All right, next up. Ooh, the name is Sincere. Interesting producer name. Oh, because you uploaded some shit with the copyright symbol in the name. How's my web server supposed to handle that? I gotta track this shit down. Let's see. Sincere. There we go. Whoa. That snare's pitched awful low compared to everything else. Not a good crash. This programming could be cool with the right sounds. get rid of that crash. Look for another one. That snare is dragging everything down, in my opinion. K-Go, yeah, I usually cut it at 2 minutes, unless it's like super dope. This has a really cool groove, but the sounds are lacking. They're not supporting it. Yeah, man, you want to buy some groceries? I got a cornbread mix. I got butt egg ham. And I got some canola oil. And a bag of fish food. All items are $18 a piece. They're listed in my eBay store. If you're trying to buy some groceries, that's the place to get them from. Ooh, a switch up. Bad crash. But the mixing is pretty nice. Did I say the mixing is a problem? What did I say? The pattern is kind of nice here, but the mixing is a big issue. Yeah, the change up is nice. Later, Joe. Betty bye time. Have fun at school tomorrow. Be nice to your teachers. Yeah, this part's a lot nicer. There's still some issues with the drum sounds, but not nearly as many. This is more of a mix issue where they're not cutting through like they could be. The sample's taking up too much. Okay. Well, that was a nice little switch up you had there. I will say that. Maybe focus on that. The first part could be cool, but it needs some work on the sound selection and stuff. All right, next up we got K-Go. You had some heat before, I believe. I hope I'm not mistaken. Let's find out. So the mix could use some work. Very quiet. Cement beats and penis pits. Yeah, that's the whole point of this. Duh. Not huge on the violin sound. This is a little plodding. The way it's mixed right now, it just feels super quiet. Badger Called Honey says, replace the trap drums with sample drums. The drums are sort of lacking. That was a nice little turnaround. The drums are just sort of, the beat's just going along and they're all there. There's not a ton that's giving a lot of energy or anything. this is 6 minutes long. Jesus. It's good to these vocals. Bringing in these vocals are nice. Oh, there's the violin again. Not a huge fan of. So I'd probably, I don't know if I would keep any of the drum sounds really. They all have some flaws. And you could get a big upgrade to your sound with, alright. There's a big switch up at 3 minutes. So it goes double time to what it was. Well, I'm not a huge fan of those drum patterns. Especially with the like rock band sounding drums. The drum sounds were definitely an issue there. If that was like mixed super clean and had some like slapping drums, the part with the vocal sample would be really, really nice. The violin sound definitely is an issue. And so is the mix. So I would look for play with some different drum samples that still give you the feel you want, but have just more impact. Because right now those are not cutting it. That'll make your mix a lot easier. And I would sort of focus on either swap out the violin for something else. It didn't have the greatest melody in the world anyway, but swap out that sound, see what you can get working there. If not, focus more on that vocal sample, filter it out, build off of that some more. So, good one, Matt. Saying Action Bronson on there. When you thought I said everything was Action Bronson for a while, even though I never did. I never did. All right. Okay, next up we got Alive Mind. This beat is called Crack. We got a little call and response going on. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me why. Think you got it? That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. Lying all the time. Tell me why you lying. Why you always lying? Why you always lying? Why you always lying? Why you always lying? So they're like back and forth. I'm into conceptually. I'm not into it in this particular instance. That's an awful high and shrill synth. I would tone that down a bit. Damn, we got some lightning out there. Really, I think all the drum sounds could use some improvement. Alright, this is ever change up. Oh, bring in the heart. Okay. So that high, that super high bell thing, would bring that down to octave 1, or filter out some of the high stuff. The drums had like a good drive to them, but it wasn't the most interesting drum pattern. If the other stuff, synth-wise, or if there's some other samples and shit going on, they could play second fiddle to that and not have to be that much better. But in this case, since you had this pretty simple back and forth, Conster said, "This is what I hear in my head when I'm tending to my cucumber patch." That's good. I don't grow vegetables. I don't know where you're getting all this vegetable stuff from. I mean, keep the jokes coming because they're good. That one's pretty primo. But the drum sounds were all pretty lackluster. They did at least have some punch to them, but I would say the kick was the least good. And then probably the snare and then the hat. I don't know. I would just try and mix them all up. And what else? You definitely need some more switch ups. Jamarcus says it's just repeating. Yeah, it just kept going and going. So, Charkley, you link me to that. I want to see Black Lord commenting in action. Please send me a message or put the URL in here somewhere. I gotta see it. Yeah, definitely need some more switch ups. You can't lean on that for so long. All right, next up we got Sasko. We had a lot of people who were first timers last week all in a row for their second time this week. I think that's quite interesting. Quite interesting, I might say. All right. Cassini is this track. Was that a satellite or a moon or something? One of the moons of Jupiter? What's Cassini mean? Ooh. Nice sample. This has like a J. Cole type vibe to it. The drums aren't the best. The programming's decent, but the sounds aren't that great. And they're a little buried by parts of the sample. But it's got a good groove for sure. Oh shit, this is sample, my Oh yeah, this is some J. Cole shit for sure. Why you always telling me no? Why you always telling me no? I asked for the donut in the middle, why you give me the one in the back? I'm out here at the donut store. Ask for donuts, they don't give me donuts though. I really want some donut hoes. Now I'm about to take my ass about this donut stuff. Why you gotta lie about them donuts though? Why you gotta get it like you want it though? We out here and it's something and it's overdose. On the sugar rush, it's diabetic coma, whoa. This could be, this has bad potential. Damn. Why you give me donuts though? Yeah. I'm trying to get these donuts though. Stay glazed. That fucking freestyle. That had a lot of potential, I think. And when I say that, I mean it had a lot of potential for me to make a song is about donut song. No, the drums. So the programming, like the vibe overall was excellent. But the drum sounds were lacking and the mix wasn't there. I think if you layered in some more, it needed some more low end for sure. If you layered in some drum breaks, chopped them up to sort of match That could really go somewhere dope. So, man, that might be my favorite of the night so far. Shout out to Sasco. Alright, next up we got Saint Menace. What a name. Slow down, grab the wall. Maybe your ass fall off. Gas pedal, gas pedal. I don't even know what to say about this. It's just, I really don't like that snare. This drum pattern is really, like, not good. That synth is weird. This is just real strange. It works better in the halftime for sure. Those chords could work if you didn't have that vocal sample putting a different note in your head. Because it's not like technically out of key or anything, but it's implying a different like root note, so it sort of fucks with what you hear on the chords. And when it was like the double time feel, it did not work. When it went halftime, it was much more palatable. But the drum sounds were pretty ass. And the moaning sound, you could definitely reduce to be far more sparse, maybe twice for the whole track. Not nearly as many of those, period. What else? Where did yeah. I would stay more on the halftime groove in that, and then I don't know. It was pretty weird, but the halftime part worked more. All right, next up we got oh yeah, the best beats of all time by Jap de Court. Hoag's Object. Another Celestial reference, I presume. The best beats of all time, the SoundCloud. Interesting, those were Willie Nelson samples.
I'm standing up and I'm telling you, I am Warhol.
Oh boy.
I am the #1 most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare.
Kanye sample, okay.
Walt Disney, Nike, Google. Now who's gonna be the Medici family and stand up and let me create more? Or do you want to marginalize me till I'm out of my moment?
No, I don't want to do that. What?
You are now listening to the greatest music of all time.
Wow, that's the first tag we've had tonight. And it was that.
You are now listening to the greatest music of all time.
If you went halftime on this, it would be a lot better. And if you really put some crunchy shit on it, it might actually be kind of cool. As it stands right now, the feel is really I'm really not into. But halftime, it could be a lot more interesting.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers.
Jamarcus says, that beat sounds like it will fuck you up. That's funny. Hey, Zach. About time you showed up. Oh, boy. So you get bonus points for the tag, but then you lose some points for going with the feel you did. If you had done halftime, it could have worked a lot better. Later, Matt. Later. So I would explore the halftime route on that. It could almost be like, if it was halftime and you were like, yeah, I listen to rodeo and try to make some rodeo stuff, I'd be like, oh, so maybe try and aim for like some Travis Scott type beat once you put it in halftime and see where it takes you. Atticus asks, when I say something is wet, usually it's talking about, I don't use it as a general term of like, as a general description. I mean it when there's reverb on something or some effect to be like totally wet, because you have your dry. When you have your reverb, you got your dry and your wet. Dry has no reverb. Wet is only reverb. So when I talk about something being like, maybe don't make it as wet, like tone back the reverb, turn back the delay, turn back the whatever. So that's what that means. But also, whatever else they say in the Twitch chat is probably true too. All right. Oh, next up we got Bobby Wood, one of the earliest MVPs. Let's hear what he's got for us.
I'm large on the street scene. Every time I touch mics, you hear all the freaks scream.
Ooh. This is an NFL hits montage.
When I run up in it, what? Run up in it, run up in it. Yes, you know I'm in it. You know I'm in it. You know I'm in it. You know I'm in it.
This is like kind of corny and big at the same time. This is John Cena's theme 5 years in the future.
Can't see me, my time is now. Ha ha, can't see me, my time is now.
I love when a beat is unapologetically huge. Air drumming at the beat battle type beat. Yes.
Empty your pockets.
Bobby Wood. Bobby Wood. Stay bringing heat. Stay bringing heat. It's so enormously huge. Yeah, Elliot says what really makes it is the little vocal stuff. I'm gonna break down the John Cena theme song. If y'all weren't here, I'll tell you in a second. Damn. Shout out Bobby Wood. The little vocal thing that comes in every once in a while, that's like A+. That puts it over the top. So, damn. That was dope. John Cena, it's coming. I gotta wait for the record to come in. I had to order the shit from Canada, and I gotta get my new turntable, but it's coming. I had to get that shit off eBay straight out of Canada. So, It's coming. That was Bobby Wood, aka Grand Riggedy on SoundCloud. Let me put his name up. He always direct uploads because he's sitting on all these tracks. He's like me. He never uploads shit. Or just the ratio of what he uploads to what he mixes. What's my favorite song on Rodeo? Probably the second half of 90210 when it's the DJ Dahi shit. I'm really into that. I also like when it goes super melodic at the end of the song. The second song, Oh My This Side. And it gets like super R&B. That shit's tight. I looked on Discogs. There was one and then there wasn't one. Or there weren't any that I saw. At the moment. Those are my thoughts on Rodeo. I thought it wasn't that great on the whole. But it had some good moments. Alright. How many is that for tonight? 20. Alright. We're in the last stretch. 10 to go. Okay, next up we got Pierre Calzi. J. Cole type beat. He says, let's hear it. This was, hold on. This was the beat that just played, the super hype one. That we were all super into. That's his SoundCloud. And now this is who's playing now. Let me run it back. Oh shit. Oh, the slow end is super cluttered. Whoa. Oh shit. Oh. That sound is freaking me out so much. What you talking about? The YouTube videos, New Word? Or the shit on my site? You got some. Oh, that's too much for you. The bass is out of control. Keep it simple. Oh yeah, Static. I'm gonna name a few, that's right. Okay, so this started out awesome. And then all the shit came in and it was just like too much. Sensory overload, rhythmic overload, sonic overload, Sonic America's Drive-In, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Boom, Seattle Supersonics. Know what I mean? But you should strip that down. And then, because the kicks were out of control. There were way too many of those. And they were just everything was rolled off in the high and you just couldn't tell what was going on. And then there were too many cocking sounds and that other weird like cymbal reverse. Strip that down and it could be dope. But it went fucking crazy. And it should not have. Next up we got Marco Voltillo El Shamaco. Ooh, his tracks linger. I hope it's the Cranberries song. No, I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to? Do you have to? This is too much almost. Sax is hard to sample because you either have the corny 80s stuff or you have like super 50s time. I was about to say if you filtered it, it might work. It works a lot better filtered. But it's just too ostentatious to have unfiltered and unchopped in your beat. As Constro put it, who listens to a sample like this and thinks, yeah, I'm about to flip that shit. I've done that. I've thought that. It never turns out well. So this is one of those where the source material is a problem. Like, it's a cool sample, but as Blaze Dev just put it, no one is rapping to this. So, that's just hard to turn into a beat because it's hard to overcome because it's so just big. It's so over the top. And like I like if that song just came on. Well, I was like, if it was on the radio in a store or something, I'd probably be like, okay, yeah, I mean, like I like this, I guess. But it's hard to turn into a beat, and it's hard to be a hip-hop beat instead of it's hard to have it be like a new thing instead of just some saxophone shit from the 50s from the 40s with some drums on top of it. So yeah, but I do want to know why every time I go to this guy's SoundCloud there's this related track called Waffle House parentheses All I Want to Do. So we're gonna listen to this. I don't know what it is. Oh no.
Give me your tired and poor huddle matches. Break out from the pack, I'm attacking my lashes. Whether it be in Tallahassee or Calabasas, the rap is flashing. It's two crystals, no way you copping out. Spit lines at night like the show that they cop about. Antisocial like bugging me, dude, is I'm a louse when all I want.
Oh shit, y'all gotta read the lyrics.
All I wanna do is take a shit at a Hardee's. I do not wanna rap at your bachelor parties. I'd like to go to my.
All I wanna do is take a shit at a Hardee's. I do not want to rap at your bachelor parties. All I want to do is take a dump at a Denny's, order chicken noodle soup, and then go pay with some pennies. Wow. Oh. Wow. All right. Whew. Sorry. What I should have said was next up we got Zevante, Mr. Ellsworth. Chilling in a Slurpee tsunami. Bring down the tempo a little bit. Oh, I love, for the record, big fan of when people sample me speaking on a stream about their track one week and then put it in their track next week. That's what just happened here. Let's hear it. Let me run that back. Bring down the tempo a little bit. This is like Lego Island 3 Mystery Squad. I like the guitar delay hit. It's just like that song on Rodeo. Whoa. Too advanced.
Straight from the future. Straight from the future. Straight from the future.
Oh my god.
Straight from the future.
How many samples of me do you have in this
Straight
thing?
from the future.
Oh, okay, so when you playing the drums, that's like a laptop mic or your phone? I thought you just filtered it that way. So the melody on this shit is real weird. I think if you built around entirely live instruments excluding the synth, played by myself on this one. So he laid down all that shit. I don't know if anything was wrong melodically, but it was a bit confusing. I think if you built around that guitar hit with the delay, had your drum break in the background, and then put some like different drums on top of that. I would keep those things. The bass line didn't do it for me. The other synths, I don't know. But around that guitar, maybe. And then if you layered the drums, for sure. Because that's you playing the drums. That's cool. It's not good enough quality to be the main thing. But if you layered it, it could be some good background stuff. And just keep it simpler. Don't go for the huge wall of sound thing. So. Excellent use of my speaking from another stream, so props for that. I was a fan of that. Alright, how many more tonight? After Static, that's it for tonight. He's lucky he asked at the start to be at number 31. Usually I cut it at 30, but he asked nice and early. Then I'll finish up. Actually, on Sunday, I'm not going to be finishing up. If you might have just saw in the chat on YouTube or in the chat earlier on Twitch, I'm doing this sort of like a live, not quite rhythm roulette, but like a beat battle thing on Twitch. It starts at 8 on Sunday, so I'll probably be finishing the critique earlier in the day, I think. I'm not totally sure. Maybe an early afternoon, daytime one. So, all right, next up we got Lentra. Let's see what you got, Lentra. This one finished though. Okay. Reminiscent of 0 to 100. Like always. You always got clean mixes. Other people saying it sounds like grinding. Yeah, reminiscent of. does sound a little empty. It was a little empty. I like the overall feel. Reminded me a lot of 0 to 100. The switch up in the middle was weird, melodically speaking. Some people are saying they don't like the bass. It does sound... It doesn't have a lot of tonality. It's just some low frequency on some of those notes. And I don't know. Could probably fill it out a little. It's a little sparse. And the bass, yeah, listening, there were some parts where the bass was just too low and wasn't contributing that much. Alright, next up, Kenny the Boombastic. That's the wrong. Oh, I already tweeted. Okay. Yeah, that Beat Fighter thing I'm doing, my live beat battle. It's like beat. He posted the name in there. I think he is looking for a fourth person if someone wants to do it. Trying it out, seeing how it goes. This is NGWA Republic. Kenny the Boombastic. Let's hear it. Yeah, where's Killer Menace? Hasn't been around. Neither has Hakeem. I hate that vocal sample. It's everywhere. Don't like the hi-hat. Hate that little siren sound. Hate the female vocal sample. The sample could be nice. I don't know if what you're doing with the bass melody really fits. I think you added that vocal crack, that vinyl crackle. Alright. Yeah, so ease up on the female vocal sample. Work on the bass melody because it's not really working with the sample you've got going on. The hi-hat wasn't a huge fan of. Really none of the drum sounds I was huge on. I don't think any of it really fit with the sample the way you did it, so I would try and find some drums that either match the sample better, or swap out all the drum sounds, go from there, and then tweak the bass. The two notes that you're playing, it's not really working that well. All right. Next up, we got The Pupil. All right. Let's see what you got, Pupil. Jamarcus says, when you don't know FL Studio, put your homies on the phone telling you. All right, let's hear. The rhythm of the chops is a little played out. Let's hear. Haven't finished it yet, just testing the water. Boy, sleep. So the drum pattern, just scrap it. Everything's super robotic and super rigid. And the rhythm of the sample chopping is super played out. So it sounds like you've got a good sample. Try and go more with the groove of the sample, or either start with some drums where you're like, okay, these are nice, and then build the sample around that, or start with your sample cuts. And just switch up that rhythm, because that rhythm bam, 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 is just don't do that rhythm. Not a bad sample. It's a pretty good sample. I think you could make it work in a good way. Just don't do that, because the drums just didn't have any energy. They were just sort of going, and then the sample chops, it was all just super rigid, and it didn't have a lot of energy to it. So I think you could, even the sounds weren't even that bad. They weren't like spectacular, but I don't think that was the biggest problem at all. So, oh, that was The Pupil, my bad. But I would try and get a different feel going, throw some swing in it, do something like that. All right. Next up, we got Damien Pachak, the Wu-Tang Formula. Oh. Offbeat thing going on in the drums that I'm not huge on. There's a reverb on the snare I don't like. I think so. You started with some like Kung Fu movie soundtrack type sample and thought it was going to automatically be Wu-Tang style, but there's too much delay or reverb happening. And then the drums are just super plodding. If it had like banging drums, the because there's no real melody in the sample. If it had like really dope drums, it wouldn't matter, because that would just be the thing. But the drums were really lacking. They were offbeat. They didn't have a real good groove to them. So, I would totally scrap those drums. Get rid of all the effects. There's some delays and reverbs and shit. The sample could work, but it'll be hard to make work. So maybe you gotta start elsewhere. Yeah. That's all I gotta say about it, I think. Okay, next up we got Elliot. Oh, he's got a track called Miniskirt. Ooh. I'm sort of into the vocal sample. Yeah, the stream's on YouTube as well. I can't decide about these vocals. I think if you made it less of a vocal sound, I think if you did the same chops but slowed down and did a halftime feel, and instead of going so high on the pitching, do lower, it might be nice. As it stands, it's a little, because the way the vocals are and then the way the drums are doesn't really go together, in my opinion. Oh, there is a halftime at the end. Okay. I like the end a lot more because it seemed more like the other part was just some vocals going on the whole time. I think there was too much vocal happening. And if you're using your vocal as your sample, it can be better to mask it and turn it into a soundscape more than a actual vocal sample. Sort of like how you had it way back in the back there with all the reverb at the end. That part was dope. So I would focus more on that and try and build up there and incorporate the vocals, but in a less out in front way, sort of bury them and have it be a part of things rather than way out in front and making it seem like just some song. So that was Elliot saying. Next up we got Kwai. Kwai always has Kwai, your shit's always dope, I think, and it's always loud. So let's see if this is loud or not. Uh-oh, nut bust in the building. Nut bust, the intro is legendary. Just turn and swing on will benefit this a whole lot. mess with the nut bus. That snare is too big. If you had some like classic primo drums on this, or something, it'd be a lot better. Constro says that snare sounds like throw up. It's got some. The sample's pretty dope. And if you want more classic with it, it could work a lot better. And put some more swing onto it. The drums are way too loud, definitely. Yeah, I know DJ Grumble, Mastermind. I know of DJ Grumble. DJ Grumble might have fell off a little lately. But he has made some dope shit in his day. Alright. Yeah, that needs some swing, just some more groove to it. And then the snare is pretty ass. So swap that snare out. Alright, the final two. We got Melting Wax 1219. All right, let's see what you got. Melting Wax. Jazzy hip hop sample beat. Okay. Crackle. Oh, sorry. I was just seeing if my speakers were fucked up. There's some nasty crackle. What is that? Ew. Y'all hear that? That's nasty. Gross. Oh, I can't do it. What is that? I thought I busted one of these fucking speakers, but I don't know what's happening. I don't know if something's. I don't know what happened. I can't do it. That's nasty. Sorry. If you can get rid of the crackle and resubmit, I'll be glad to play it. But I cannot listen to that. It hurts. All right. Last one. We got Static. I think you closed it out last time, Static too. I hope you like the pressure. 52174. Why you got so many numbers in your fucking SoundCloud URL? Making me type this shit. Alright. Alright. Static. Let's go. Makes me gotta sneeze. I know that drum break. What drum break is that? Good mute. If you sidechain it to the kick, it's like easy mode when you got these long and slow samples. Especially if it's something where you just let the chop play and then you sidechain it to the kick, right? And put it on a real fast release, but make it really drop it down a lot. It puts all these rhythms in there that otherwise wouldn't be there. That was pretty like that was a pretty basic start to the track, right? That drum, I know that drum break. I can't think of what it is. I think there were some good chop selections in there. If you do something good with them, as it was, I might have just been playing sort of straight up. And if you got the programming right and mix shit right, that could go somewhere cool. Constro does not like that sort of vocal sample. But I think that's got potential, so fuck around with that some more. Eric, I played your shit already. If you go to your submission page, it'll link you directly to, or at least in a second, it'll it'll link you directly to the point in the critique where your shit is. So once the stream stops, you can go watch the recap, and you'll be able to see it. Yeah, shit, that's a wrap. That was Static. Good closer. I'll be finishing up on Sunday, I believe. It'll be daytime, I think. And then at 8 during the normal streaming slot, I'll be doing a beat competition on Twitch. Shout out to Hoodro Trilson. And look at it. It's like Beat Fighter or something on Twitch. I'll be posting links. If that sounds interesting to you, there'll be like 4 of us doing shit. You'll be able to go see who's doing what. But, yeah, what else? What else was I going to say? I don't know. So that's a wrap. Here's the beat I made earlier at the start of the shit. The sample someone sent. I was just starting it anyway. I was hoping it would turn out more unconventional, but it ended up being more basic than I thought. Yeah, that's a wrap. Thanks to everyone watching. Thanks to everyone who sends in their beats. I'll catch y'all later. Yeah, I'll tweet or something, or put the event up early enough when I'm finishing the next part of the queue. So be on the lookout. And Nutbust, I'm coming for you. Later.